Yeah, recording is started. Okay. So, before starting the class, technical part, of course, technical part we will learn. It's not like that is something we cannot learn. Of course, we can learn. But before starting technical thing, I want to discuss few points. Okay, okay? How we can learn basically. If we are going to switch our career from manual to automation testing, or maybe if we are going to learn AI as well, or maybe anything XYZ, then what things we need to remember, how we need to start your journey, especially manual tester. Automation tester, you already know, coding and all, so you don't have at least that fear. You know how much coding is required. Okay. uh yeah. So, as I mentioned, I want to discuss something before starting the technical part, ki how we can learn. Now, why automation testing is required? That is not the question, right? You know, automation testing is required, AI is required, everything is required. Like now, we cannot do manual testing. Now, we cannot survive in manual testing. Maybe after, like before 2 years or 3 years, this question was very important. Why automation testing? Why do we need to learn automation testing? But now I think that question and why we need to learn AI, all those questions will come, right? So why we need to learn automation testing? That is the requirement. Why we need to learn AI? Because we want job, we want survive, we want thrive, not survive. Okay, we want thrive. If we will learn only manual testing, okay, maybe like you can open your naukri.com, you can open your LinkedIn and try to search some job in manual testing. You will not get any jobs in manual testing. Even if you'll try to search in jobs in automation testing, you will get job on automation testing. It's not like you will not get any job, but maybe like you will get plus point if you'll have some AI knowledge, or maybe in most of the JD you will get AI knowledge. But people nowadays we don't have AI knowledge, like enough knowledge we don't have, right? So first we need to learn all those things. Manual tester, yeah, of course you need to focus on little bit automation testing as well, and of course you need to learn AI. And automation tester, we need to learn AI part. Okay. Now, manual tester, how we need to learn this thing? It's not like, guys, ki you will sit and you will see your screen, some code and all, and you will be able to understand. No, it will be not like that. Okay. So what we need to do basically, that points I want to basically discuss what we need to do if you are switching your career from manual testing to automation testing. Daily, till this time, if you tried earlier to learn automation testing, but somehow you didn't learn, or maybe you are thinking automation like coding is very tough, or XYZ reason you didn't learn, this time just put some good effort. I'm telling you, you will be able to learn automation testing. And your AI, of course AI you can learn, it's not like you cannot learn. If you know one programming language, then you will have that confidence ki, yes, I can do anything, I can implement anything, I can learn anything, right? Nicely. The moment I'm saying if you know one programming language, it's not like just you know one programming language. You should have that understanding. You should know good, you should have good OOPS concept understanding, exception handling understanding, everything you should have. In that way, I'm telling you, if you have good understanding around coding language. Okay. So now, as I told you, it's not like you will sit and you will be like, you are good to go. Now I can understand. Ritika, she explained very nicely. I understand everything. Now I learned that particular topic. It will not work, guys. I'm telling you. I'll explain very nicely that I know, and you will be able to understand that that also I know. But what you need to do, you need to do some practice, some edge cases, some confusions. For example, I will write some code, maybe like correct code I will write, I'll run that particular code, I'll get some output. During practice, you can do some mistake in that code, in same code. Whatever doubt you have, just write that code and try to run that code. Maybe you will get some error. The moment you will get some error, guys, that is the point, that will be the moment you are going to learn new thing. Error is not something that is issue, that is problem. Okay, not every time. When you are going to start your journey, like you are going to learn something new, then error is really very good thing. You will be able to understand everything. Otherwise, if your program will execute every time, how you will learn? You cannot learn, right? So first point is, guys, it's not like just you need to attend class, you need to do some practice as well. Doesn't matter. Again, I'm telling you, manual testers, doesn't matter. You know coding, you don't know coding, you have some fear with coding, you tried but you didn't understand. Just give 1 hour. Okay, just give 1 hour and do some practice. Now, one thing I'll tell you, as a manual tester, when you will sit for practice and all, na, sometimes you will be blank. You will think like, what practice I need to do? Whatever question I'm picking, I'm not able to make that question. All those things will happen. You can see the solution. After that, you can try. Again, you will do some mistake. Again, you can try. You can skip that question. You can take another question. You can see the solution. Okay, but what you need to do? You need to write everything by yourself. You need to open your editor. You need to write correct, incorrect, whatever you know, you need to just write everything. And trust me, just you need to give some time, maybe 5 days, maybe 6 days, maybe 7 days. You will get some understanding. Day one, you will sit, you will get nothing. Like maybe you will feel like, what should I do in practice? Or maybe I'll give you some path. So definitely you will do all those things. But as a beginner, all those confusion will come in your mind. Okay, what practice I need to do? Whatever question I'm picking, I'm not able to do. So what will happen at the last? You will do nothing. Okay, so that is the reason we are not able to learn automation. So first point is, guys, before starting technical point, I'll discuss like few points very quickly. So first point is, we need to do some good practice. At least 1 hour we need to give. Okay, then we can easily crack any interview, and when we'll like any project will assign, we can easily start our work as well. Okay, now second point, this first point is like 1 hour we need to give. Practice at least 1 hour daily. Coding, second point, coding cannot be mastered in single day. Don't assume all those things. Ki, now I took this course, 5-6 days workshop, I'll sit for 6 days and I'll be expert. I'm also not expert. My senior, my manager, they are also not expert. No one is expert. Always we will have some confusion, and confusion is good thing, right? Like, see, maybe like I'll go to my office and I'll pick some task. It's not like I'll see and I'll do that particular task. No, it will be not like that. I need to understand. Even my manager, my senior, they also need to see that particular task. They also need to understand what is the requirement. Accordingly, we can write test case. Okay. So don't assume that you should know everything, then you can crack any interview, or maybe then you can learn your automation testing. No, this is incorrect and this is not true. Maybe Satish can learn something in 5 days. Maybe Archana, same thing can learn in 3 days. Or maybe Atul, he can learn same thing in 2 days. Okay, that is different. Or it's also depend on your practice. But just you can think in that way ki whatever I am learning, I need to learn very nicely. I need to do some practice around that particular topic. It's not like in 1 month or maybe 2 months I'll be master. Okay, you can have some knowledge, you can crack your interview, all those things will happen, but don't think now someone will give any question, I'll be able to fix. No, like it will be not possible. For few people it will be also possible. Few people, they can put logic and maybe they can write code as well. Okay, but few people, if you're not able to do, that's okay. Maybe it will. It's not like you're not able to write code. You are able to write code, but it's not like whatever code, whatever question, whatever task you are getting, you will be able to do. Maybe you need to think, maybe you need to do chat GPT, Copilot, maybe you need to ask to your senior, your lead, your manager. You need to put some effort. Maybe you need to think by yourself. So you need to put some effort, basically, I want to say. Okay. So again, it's not like you will work on 1 year, now you will be expert. You can work for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's not like now I reached on that point, I know everything. That point will not come. Every time you will learn something, and every time you will have some blocker, some confusion. Okay, maybe today you are learning Selenium, tomorrow a few new tools will come. So always confusion will be there. Okay, but what we need to do as a manual tester, as a beginner, when we are going to switch our career from manual testing to automation testing, basically we need to focus on the concept. Whatever we are learning, we need to learn very nicely. We need to do some practice so that we can crack some interview and we can start our project, like we can start our journey in automation testing. to do some preparation, and for that you need to do some you need to do practice for 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour practice is very important. And wrong mindset, don't think like ki coding cannot be mastered in a just like single day. So don't think like that ki I'll sit today and I'll learn whole Python, whole Java. No, you can pick some points and you can have some patience, and slowly you will be able to learn. Okay, now third point, coding is not tough if learned with the right mindset. Now, few people, maybe you tried to learn automation testing, but just because you are thinking coding is very tough, that's the reason I'm not able to learn automation testing. Okay, like how I can add two numbers in using code, like how I can write my code and all if I want to add two numbers or maybe XYZ thing. Trust me, guys, coding is very easy. Just because we are not learning properly, we are saying coding is very tough. Okay, for example, if I want to call like this profile, I don't know his name. Okay, Praveen, how I can call? It will be little tough for me. Maybe I can say blue t-shirt. I can use something like green background. I can use some some point, okay, that I can point this profile, but exactly I don't know his name, so it will be little tough for me. Same thing with programming as well. In programming, if you're going to write some program, first thing your basics should be clear. Or whatever program you are writing, or maybe you are watching somewhere solution and all, you should be able to understand every line, what this A is doing, why we are using this A, what is this, why we are using this, what is this, why we are using this. So always this combination of this what and why should be there. Okay, nowadays, again, I'm just giving you one path. Nowadays you have ChatGPT and Copilot as well, that what and why you can learn in simple language. Like you can just put some effort and you can learn what and why very easily. Few years back, maybe it's little confusion on Google, because on Google we can get so many suggestions. On ChatGPT and Copilot you will get their direct answer, right? What is this and why we are using this? Maybe you didn't understand, you can ask, can you please tell me in simple layman language? So maybe you will get some more clarity. So clarity is required basically, then you can learn your coding part. Okay, so for example, in my code, if I'm using A, if I'm using B, and you don't know why I'm using this A, what is the meaning of this B, how you can understand? Now I'll take very little example, like simple example. If I want to make tea, which is very simple, everyone I think knows how to make tea. Okay, but first time if I'll make tea, I'll be little nervous ki how much sugar is required, how much water is required, how much this thing is required. Okay, first time when I'll make tea. Maybe second time I'll be little comfortable, third time maybe I'll be more comfortable, but when I'll make tea 10th time, maybe I can do some modification as well. Okay, I can take that ownership, you know, I want to add ginger. At this point, I need to add ginger. Because I made, like I cooked same time, I made like tea 10 times. So first time when I made tea, I was little confident. Okay, I was like, how I can add, how much sugar I need to add, all those confusion were there. Same thing with coding. When you will write first time, you will confuse, you will ask someone, okay, you will think like this A we can use, can we put B as well? So that clarity you should have. Why we are using A? Instead of A, can we use any other thing? Why we are printing all those things? Okay, is it required? So all those confusion, you shouldn't have, like you should clear all those confusion. You don't take any pain point when you are learning like any coding language. Initially, for beginner, I'm telling you, don't take any pain point. After few years, when you will learn proper automation, you will have so many pain point, but that's fine, you can handle. But initially, don't take any pain point, don't take any confusion. Okay, till this time, like I have so many confusions. Okay, but initially, when I was learning at that time, I learned properly. Okay, so same thing you need to do if you are currently you're working as a manual tester. Don't take any pain point. If you are not able to understand, just write down somewhere and clear your doubts. Okay, now next point, use Google and documentation effectively. Okay, Last point. First point is like you need to do 1 hour practice daily so that you can learn, you can do some practice. Practice is everything. Everything is practice only. Second point, I said like ki coding cannot be mastered. Just don't assume ki you will sit today and you will learn, you can learn everything. This is not possible. Okay, not even in like if you want to learn everything in cooking, which is very simple, right? You cannot learn. You need to give some time. So same thing here as well, in coding as well. You can just compare both journey, so you will be able to understand easily. Okay, so in single day you cannot learn complete thing, but yes, you can. Whatever topic you will pick, you can, if you can focus on that particular topic, definitely you can learn that topic. Third point, I said like you need to learn nicely. Okay, you need to learn. It's not like you sit and you are doing, so like you are asking this question to chat GPT and you are getting some answer and you are thinking you are able to understand. No, you are not able to understand. You are thinking you are able to understand. No, whenever you are getting any question, try to write all those questions by yourself. Okay, so you will get some confidence and you will get some clarity what mistake you are doing. So basically you need to do everything. Chat GPT, me, on YouTube, on Udemy, everyone can just only explain. At the last, who need to do all those things? You need to do. You need to write code, you need to execute because you want to learn. And trust me, if you learn in that way, it will not take, I think, more than 2 months. Okay, you can learn everything. I'm talking about manual testers. Okay, if you are a manual tester and you want to learn automation, you want to switch your career in automation, it will take hardly 2 to 2.5 months. Okay, you can learn very easily. Just 1 hour practice you need to do every day. Now, last point, blindly, don't use blindly your like chat GPT and Copilot. Blindly. What is the meaning of blindly? It's like you are getting some issue, just copy paste that particular error and you are pasting in chat GPT or Copilot. No, don't do like that. If you're getting some error, try to read that error. You are able to understand, not understand, doesn't matter. But try to see that particular error. What is the meaning of this error? Why this error is coming? What mistake I did in my code? At the last, you can use chat GPT, but invest some time by yourself. So it will be very fruitful when you will join any organization for debugging and all. It will be very good. So this is all about today's thing that I want to discuss before starting the class. I hope that is clear. Manual tester, especially automation tester, you can understand all those things. Yes, practice is required. If you'll do practice, then definitely you can learn, right? Now, I'll share my screen and I'll show you something. Okay, so before starting the class again, after the class, I want to share something related to class. So after this class, I'll share you like class notes and class assignment, okay? And you need to submit that assignment. You can open WhatsApp group description, whatever group we have now. You can open WhatsApp group description. You will get all those details. So basically, you will get this link as well. There you will get this link, assignment submission form, okay? So you need to fill all those details here. Questions, paste your code, whatever questions basically you will have. So for example, question 1, question 2, just write question 1, question 2, or 1, 2, and paste your answer. Whatever in your assignment sheet, whatever things will be mentioned, just write that and paste your answer, paste your code, paste your answer, like that. You don't need to mention your question, your answer, all those things. Okay, assignment day, you can select day 1, day 2, day 3, like that you need to do. And this link from where you will get on WhatsApp description, group description. Okay, just check that group description. After this class, I'll update that particular WhatsApp group description so that you will get your day 1 notes as well. Notes and assignment, both things you will get, and some interview some practice questions also you will get. Practice question you will get. Okay, so that all those things you will get. And if you will have any confusion, you can just ping, okay, on WhatsApp. If that group will be active, okay, yeah, that group will be active. You can ask your question in that group, okay. And after the class, if you feel ki this session was good and nice, okay, you can mention some points as well, ki yeah, class was good. positive, negative, whatever points you want to mention, you can mention. If you feel good, yes, please mention good, of course not negative point, but yeah, if you feel negative as well, you can mention negative as well. Okay, so this is all about thing we need to do after this class. Okay, so don't get confused with the class and all those things. And recording, who paid for the recording, you guys will get recording as well. Okay, so this is related to your class every day. Now you need to follow same thing for the 6 days, all 6 days. And one more thing, if you'll complete your 4 days, at least 4 days assignment, you will get some bonus as well. We will give you some bonus as well. 4 days assignment. So remember all those things. Just complete your at least 4 days assignment, okay, and submit your assignment, and you will get everything, every details, every resources on your WhatsApp group description. Before asking anything related to process and all, guys, you can just go through your WhatsApp group description. Maybe you will be clear. Okay, now let's start the class. Forget all those things, whatever I like just now told you related to process. Now forget all those things and just remember first point, whatever I mentioned. Okay, we need to give some time, because without time you cannot learn anything. Okay, that is required. Even anyone, if I want to learn something today, definitely I need to give some time. If my manager, why I'm saying every time me and my manager, because see, I'm already an automation tester. My manager, he's also like senior. Okay, so if also like he wants to learn something, he needs to put some effort. So that effort is required with everyone. Okay, so if you want to learn something, you want to learn automation testing, definitely you need to do some practice. Practice is everything. Everything is your practice. If you'll do practice for this 6 days, now after 6 days you will tell ki, Ritika, I learned really like anything I learned. My confidence is so high now. Now I have that confidence ki I can learn automation. I can prepare for interview. I can sit an interview in just 6 days. Okay. So I already shared my screen now. Let's start this class. Okay. So I'll close all those things. Python basics. First day, we are going to start with Python basics. Okay. So this class will be very helpful if you are from like manual testing background. If you are an automation tester, of course, like your basics will be clear. So you can also like see all those things. So first, if we are going to learn any language, okay, if we are going to learn any language, so we should know the syntax. Okay. In Hindi, if I need to say कि I'm learning Python, so maybe I use some other thing कि मैं Python सीख रही हूँ. In English, I'll say I'm learning Python. In Telugu, in Marathi, in other languages, I need to say some other thing, right? So same way in coding languages as well, in Python, in Java, in TypeScript, in JavaScript, every whatever languages we have, okay, we have some syntax. In Java, we need to use some different syntax. In Python, we need to use some different syntax. In C#, we need to use some different syntax. Logic is still same. Okay, if I'm saying if I want to add 1 + 1, 2 numbers, so it's not like C# is saying now you need to change the rule. You cannot add these 2 numbers like that. No, rule will be same. You need to use plus operator. You can put same logic, okay, but the syntax will be different. Maybe the way we are speaking in English, in Telugu, I can speak differently, and in Hindi, I can speak differently. Okay, so same thing in programming language as well. Just remember, logic will be same everywhere. Concept will be same everywhere. Just you need to change the syntax. Okay, if you know drive, okay, how to drive car will be maybe can be different, but you know driving, you can drive, right? So same thing in programming as well. Just first point this thing. Okay, so you can go for maybe Java, like when you will have good understanding, maybe you can go for Java, you can go for C# as well. This is for my experience. For few people, they are saying like, no, we cannot go because they will ask some question related to Java. Okay, but for me, like whatever interviews I attended for Java and C#, they checked the how logical you are. Okay, so just build on all those things. How you can build, just you need to do some practice. Okay, when you will do practice, you will get some confusion and you will work on your confusion. In that way we need to learn. Okay, So that is something like our coding language we are going to hear in this class. We are going to learn Python language. Now, question is how we can write this Python language. Can I open my notepad and I can write, or maybe can I open my Gmail and I open like my Python language? Someone can understand? No, it will be not like that. Okay. Can I write my like Python code in my copy? No, it will be not like that. Okay, in my copy I can write, but how I can check? Okay, so basically we required one copy. We required one notebook. That copy can understand Python language. That will be helpful for us, right? So basically, first thing, what is requirement? Where we need to write our code. Okay, so first thing, what is required? One copy, one notebook is required. So of course we cannot write like our code in notebook or in real copy. We cannot write because I need to write in my laptop, right? I need to run my program in copy. I cannot do. Okay, so same you can understand. We have some copies in this word, in programming word. We have some notebook, some copy we have where we can write. For example, PyCharm. For example, your VS Code. That is your editor. You can write your code. It's not like your PyCharm is doing some coding and all. No, that is your copy. You are writing all those code in your copy. VS Code is your copy. You are writing all those things in that copy. Okay, the name maybe VS Code, PyCharm. You can say that is brand name. Okay, like copies, like maybe classmate or maybe some XYZ copy, long book. Okay, so like that brand name. So just understand now, after this class, don't get confused. Ki, what is this PyCharm? PyCharm is also language. PyCharm is framework. PyCharm is coding language. No, PyCharm is your editor. Okay, PyCharm is your editor where you will write your program basically. Okay, whatever things in like you can use your copy. Similarly, in programming, you can use this PyCharm. Okay, so here for the Python, we are going to use this PyCharm. Now, maybe again question, ki Visual Studio we cannot use like for this PyCharm. For this Python, we can use Visual Studio as well. But here we are going to use this PyCharm. So now this is my copy, guys. Okay, don't take any tension. Manual automation tester, maybe you can also relate, but manual tester, don't take any tension about this PyCharm. Okay, this looks like little complex, so many colors P and C. Okay, but this is your copy basically. You can just click and you can open this PyCharm. Now don't get fear with this black screen. Okay, just you can see like this is my copy. I need to open my page and I need to write my code. Now, how you will open your page? Okay, just simple. You need to, don't take any tension about what is this, what is this, what is this, what is this, what is this. Otherwise, we have so many things, right? We cannot learn. I don't want to learn. Just what I want to do, I want to learn coding so that I can write some code, or maybe I can understand code. That is something I can do. And how I can do? I need to write. Okay, so this is my copy. This is my basically editor, and I want to write some code here. How I can write? Okay. So first, what we need to do? We need to create some files. We need to create some Python files. Okay. In copy, same thing, right? In copy, if you want to write something, you need to open your pages, right? You need to open your pages. So same thing here as well. If you want to write some code, so that you need to create some files. And how you can create your file? First, you need to select your project. Guys, I think we already provided one video how to install this PyCharm, how to download, install your PyCharm and Python. Both things we do, I think we explained, okay? Like in that video. So that video, I think we already updated on WhatsApp group description. So you can go there and you can check that particular video as well. Okay, if you will face any issue in installation and all, just ping us in the group. We will help you. Okay, but first try. It is that simple the way we need to install today's Myntra and WhatsApp and Facebook. It is that simple. Okay, just you need to install. Someone pinged. Okay, you're not able to see my screen.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So that is something, yeah, so that is basically your editor. So we need to just download your Python and PyCharm, guys. Okay, and for today's practice, if you want to do some practice and like maybe you don't have that Python online compiler, you don't install all those things, then you can use this thing as well. You can open just quickly this Python compiler, you can run your code and you can see all those things. But remember, for the Selenium, this will not work, so don't depend on this. I'm just telling you. So maybe after this class, if you'll go office and you want to do something, then definitely you can do some practice in your office as well. But install all those things so that you can do some work for Selenium as well. Okay, quickly I'll see. Can you please give me a PyCharm Mac as well? I tried. Okay, I'll tell you something. Okay, you can share your error and all, Archana. Okay, in detail. Even in MacBook, it is very easy to install and all those things. Okay, but we will see. We'll look on that. You can share your error as well, whatever error you are getting basically. Okay, so yeah. So what, this is my copy. I need to write now code. What we need to do, we need to create one file, because in copy as well, we know you need to open your page. So this is my project I created. You can also give you some project, any project name you can give. Python project, Python testing, automation testing, you can give any name. You need to do right click, new, and you need to go here Python file. Okay, what you need to do, you need to select your project, right click, new, and Python file. Just click on Python file and give any name. So for example, I'm giving day 1. Today's day 1, right? Day 1. And you can click on this Python file, or maybe you can click on enter button as well. I clicked on enter button. My file is created. See, day 1 is created. Day 1, it's created, right? Now I'll try to create one more file. So new. Here what I did, I need to select this project, right click, new, and I'll go there in Python file, because I want to create Python file, right? So I'll click on Python file. Maybe now confusion. As a beginner, actually, what mistake we are doing now? Whatever I need to learn, that I will not learn. But I'll say, Ritika, like why, when we will create directory, when we will create Python package, when will we do this? All those things we will do. Like in future, when you will learn in detail, very like all those things, you will use all those things. Okay, like, but now, when you are going to start with basic, focus on one thing. Whatever you are learning, just focus on that thing. Okay, so Python, maybe I'm just giving this name day 2. I'll click on this and see my file is created, right? Day 1 and day 2. If I want to run this day 1, I need to, if I want to check, for example, here no code, nothing, right? But I want to check. For example, I written some code. I want to run my code. You listen this term, right? I want to run my code. Every time I need to run my code. How we can run? If you want to run your code, right click and run day 1. When you are learning, guys, okay? You are learning coding. You are going to learn programming, right? So how you can check your program is correct or not? Just you need to right click and just run day 1. Okay, you need to right click, run day 2. You will get your file name basically. Even you can run from here as well, run day 2 like that. Process finished with exit code 0. The moment you will get this message, that means your code is correct. Okay, like otherwise you will get any other number, you will get some message as well. We will see all those things. Now what we did, we opened our PyCharm, we created some files, okay, day 1 and day 2. How we created that files? We selected our basically project, right click, new, and then we created this Python file. Now it's day 1 and I want to write something. Okay, so maybe I want to say happy birthday. Okay, so I will write happy birthday. I written happy birthday. So as a beginner or maybe as a manual tester, this red this red line is coming, right? This error is coming basically. So I don't know, maybe I know like red is, that means danger, but I don't know the exact meaning ki what mistake I'm doing. Guys, again, I'm telling you, mistake is very important. The moment you will do some mistake, you will learn something. Okay, like you will learn nicely. So happy birthday I written. Now I don't know, I need to say in Python happy birthday. In Hindi, if I want to say happy birthday, maybe I can use some term. In English, if I want to say something, then I can use happy birthday. In Marathi, in Telugu, I can use something XYZ, right? So in Python, I want to say happy birthday. Okay, I want to say happy birthday. Okay, so in real time, see, in real time, if I want to say happy birthday, hey Vinay, happy birthday, okay, so I can speak, Vinay can listen, okay, then Vinay can revert, hey, thank you, Ritika, okay. In human, in real time, this is possible कि I can say, hey, happy birthday, Meenakshi, okay, and Meenakshi will say, thank you, Ritika. The moment I'm speaking, okay, you can listen, okay, so you accordingly you can give my output. In Python, in coding language, if you want to see something, okay, then you need to use print. The moment in real time you are speaking, that means you are printing something, right? You can speak, so Archana can listen, Praveen can listen. In Python, in coding, if you want to speak something, you want to see your output, so basically you need to use print, okay, you need to use print. In message, if I'm sending message to my mother, happy birthday mummy, if my mother can understand that happy birthday mummy, that's very good, okay, then she can reply. If maybe she don't know all those things, happy birthday in English, okay, then maybe she cannot reply, okay. So if I'll pass correct input, then I'll get correct output. If I'll pass incorrect output, then definitely I'll get incorrect output, okay. So here I written happy birthday, plain English language, I written happy birthday. Now my Python is not able to understand this thing. This happy birthday, my Python is not able to understand. But I don't know, I'm a beginner. I'll run this program, run day one. I ran this program. Now what output I'm getting? Happy birthday, syntax error, invalid syntax. This is invalid. This syntax is not valid. Okay. So basically, whatever syntax, whatever line I need to write here, I need to use Python. Okay, I need to use Python. And how I can write Python? First, I need to learn Python, right? So now in Python, if I want to say happy birthday, so I told you in real time, if I want to say happy birthday, I can speak and you can listen and you can revert. But here, if I want to see my happy birthday, okay, then I need to use print. So basically, you can just understand that if you want to see your output here, then you need to use print. Okay, otherwise I'll show you without print also, like your code will be correct, you will not get any output. But if your requirement is कि you want your output here, okay, then you need to use print. Okay, now quickly I'll try to use print here. So basically I'll use print, this print, okay, but I'll write print, and this bracket I gave. So print and this particular thing, happy birthday, I want to print. Again, I'm getting that red line, but still I don't know because I'm learning. I'll run this program and same thing again, I'm getting some error I'm getting. Okay, guys, if you'll get some, for example, this error you are getting, I'm trying to explain everything. But in future, if you're getting some error, you can just read. After that, you can go on ChatGPT, Copilot, you can ask your doubts. Okay, like you can try to understand why that error is coming and you can try to fix as well. Process finished with exit code 1, not 0. Okay, that means there is some issue. That red text, that means there is some problem in this my program. Okay, so guys, again, I'm telling you, if you are printing something, okay, if you are printing something which is your string. Now string, what is a string? So basically I written here happy birthday. Right, I written here happy birthday, that is my string. If I write A, B, C, X, Y, Z, that is my string. If I learn, hey, I'm learning Python, I'm learning OOPS concept, that is my string. So string is basically your alphabet and all, okay? Whatever you will pass inside the single quotes or double quotes, okay? If I'm writing maybe Ritika, okay? Ritika. This is, I passed in double quotes, right? So Ritika is one string. This is also one string. Okay, now one is number, right? This is number. This is not in like a string. This is your integer, right? But I'll pass like that. I'll pass one here. So it will act like this is also one string. Okay, so a string, what is, you will get definition and all, guys, basically in tomorrow's class, or maybe in, I don't know, in tomorrow's class. I think some data types related thing we will discuss. Okay. So print happy birthday, here you have happy birthday. Okay, now earlier you were getting some error. Now you mentioned happy birthday and you use this comma, this double single quotes or maybe double quotes you can use to define your string. You can write anything. If you are wrapping inside double quotes or single quotes, that means that is your string. Otherwise, your string is like this thing, your English alphabet, sentence, words, okay? That will be your string. So now print happy birthday. Here I written Ritika and 1. Now observe, I'm not getting any red line, okay? I'm not getting any error. So that means I can try to run this program and I'll see what output I will get, okay? I ran my program and this time see, I'm getting my output. Process finished with exit code 0 and happy birthday. I'm getting happy birthday. This one I'm getting. Ritika, I'm not getting 1, I'm not getting. Why? Because I'm not using print for that. So print is that important, okay? Why? If you see, for example, if I'll ask Praveen, okay, hey Praveen, what will be answer for 1 plus 1? So if Praveen will reply ki Ritika, answer will be 2, then I can understand na ki Praveen knows the answer. Praveen knows answer, but Praveen is not replying. Praveen is saying 2. Like inside his mind, he's saying 2. But how I can understand when Praveen will speak, okay? So same thing is here as well. Ritika is correct. This code is fine. Whatever the way you written this thing, it's correct. 1 is correct. That, but you are not getting any output here because you are not speaking. You are not using any print here. So the moment you will use print here, you will get your output, guys. Okay. So I use print again and I'll run this program and I'm getting my output. Happy birthday, and Ritika also I'm getting. So same thing you can do with 1 as well and you will get your output. Okay. So now you can do some practice as well. After this class, you need, if you're a completely beginner, guys, you need to do even practice for this as well. Okay. You will get some understanding. Now print, again, we'll try to print something. You can print in that way, print 1. Okay. You can use again print, maybe you can write print 8.9. Okay. Now see, print to 1, the moment I'm passing 1, I'm not using this single quotes or double quotes, okay? Because if I'll use single quotes or double quotes, it will behave like a string. But I want to use as a number. I want to use as a number, okay? So I'm not passing anything. I'll run this program and see what output I'm getting. I'm getting 1 and 8.9. Happy birthday, Ritika, 1, 8.9 I'm getting. If I write here 9 and I'll run this program, see what output I'm getting. I'm getting till this point, till 8.9, I'm getting my output. 9, I'm not getting in my output. Okay. So this is basically your print, which is very important. No one is going to ask what is print in your interview, but this is very important for your almost every program. Okay, because you will see somewhere print. So you should understand why we are using this particular print. So basically you are speaking, okay, you are writing something here. Okay, you are getting your output. Otherwise your 9 is also correct, but you are not getting here. So if requirement is like you want to see that value, you want to check that value, then you can print. Okay. Otherwise, print is not required. In some situation, print is also not required. For example, if I am asking to Archana, Archana, what will be the answer for 10 plus 10? Then in this situation, Archana should reply, then I can understand. Then print is required. She needs to say that Ritika, answer will be 20. But if Archana is doing some calculations, she is adding some 10 and 10, then maybe she cannot use print. That is fine. Because she is not telling to anyone. She is doing some calculation by herself. Then that's fine. But the moment I'm asking, then she should reply. So that is your print, guys. Okay. Again, if you want to learn in detail, like very detailed print and all, you can do some practice. You will get some good idea around that. And basically that is enough information. Now, when we will run some write some program, so of course you will be able to understand. Okay. So this is one thing how you can print, basically how we can what is the value of your print, basically. Okay. And how you can run your program, run your code. Windows, if you want to use your keyboard, so Windows and MacBook, you can follow this thing, Control Shift F10, Control Shift R for the MacBook. Okay. Now next topic, variables, which is again very important. Variables. What is this variables? And almost in every program, you will see some variables at least. Okay. Now, what is this variable? So variable is like, basically you can understand some storage box, okay, in your kitchen. Just take some like your example, like from your kitchen. You will have some container for sure. Everyone will aware. It's not like male or female, okay. Everyone knows like we will have some container in the kitchen, okay. So in kitchen, for example, if you have one container, in that container you are storing maybe sugar, okay. So that container will be your variable, and the value of that container will be sugar, okay. So that is your variable. You created one variable in your kitchen, okay. You have so many variables in your kitchen. You are storing whatever things you are storing, that is basically your value, okay. So same thing here in programming as well. If you are saying a is equal to 1, okay, that means a is your container, that box, and 1 is your value, which is sugar, okay. So a is one thing, your variable, and you are storing one value inside a. B is equal to, maybe you are writing 2, then B is one container, one variable, and you are storing one value, like which is 2, okay. If I am saying name is equal to, and I want to pass Ritika, like that, okay, that means name is my one variable. I'm storing some value inside this name variable, which is Ritika, okay. Now see, the moment I'm creating some variable, okay, it's not like that value should be fixed, okay. For example, in your kitchen, like you assigned one container for sugar. Now maybe your sugar is finished, okay. Now you want to put some other value in that container. You can put that particular value, okay. Now if you are creating your variable, what things you need to do, like what is the rule for the naming convention for your variable? Containers for storing data values. Why? What is the use of your variable? So basically you are storing some value, okay. You are storing some values in your variables, okay. Containers for storing data values. You are storing some values, right? A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, name is equal to Ritika. You are storing some value in this A, B, and name, okay. Now second point is, no need to declare type explicitly, okay. So what is the meaning of this? So basically here you can see you are mentioning A is equal to 1, and 1 is your number, right? A is equal to 1 you are mentioning. B is equal to 2. 2 is also your number. Name is equal to Ritika. That is your string, okay. So category is different, okay. This category is different, this category is different, this category is different. Even if you will create any other variable, you can mention a 9.8. Again, category is different, right? Category is different. But your Python is very smart. You don't need to mention that this is int, or this is this is string, or this is float, something like that. You don't need to mention, okay. Your Python is very smart. The moment you will run your program, your Python will be able to understand that, okay, I am integer, I am a string, I am float, I need to behave accordingly, okay. In other why I'm mentioning this thing, guys, in other programming language, we need to specify what kind of data type it is, what kind of data it is. Data is very important. Again, this is your data. 1 is your data, 2 is your data, Ritika is your data, 9.8 is your data, right? You need to understand that data is very important. That's the reason data types topic is very important in any programming language, okay. 1 is your data, which is your integer. You need to, how you can handle this integer, you should know. Ritika is your string, how you can handle, how you what is the requirement for your Ritika, for your string. Basically, what is the challenges in your string, you need to learn. You should know all those things. C is equal to 9.8. Again, that is your data. How you can use this data, what things you can do this with this data, why this data is required, okay. Everything you should know. That clarity you should have, okay. But for now, we are learning variable, but I'm telling you why we have this variable, okay. Because you want to store your data, so you want variable. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, name is equal to Ritika, C is equal to 9.8. Maybe you are thinking, Ritika, why it's required name is equal to Ritika? We can write directly Ritika. Why we are creating this variable? Yes, we can write Ritika directly. But for example, you have maybe 10 codes, okay, 10 programs you written. Now you want to write Ritika. Maybe you want to use this same name, Ritika. Okay, you written in 10 programs, maybe 100 places, or maybe 10 places you written Ritika, Ritika, Ritika everywhere. Maybe tomorrow that value got changed. Ritika, now Ritika name changed with Ritika like Akanksha. Okay, now my name is Akanksha. I want to that candidate may be replaced with Akanksha. Now I want to change my name. Okay, so what I need to do? I can go, if I used everywhere Ritika, 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 I'm not using any variable, then I need to go every places, I need to change Ritika. Okay. Otherwise, if you are using variable, then what you need to do? You need to come here at one place and you need to just replace this name. Okay. For example, same code you have here, okay, in your day2 file as well. Here also you have same code. Now you are not using name. You are not creating any variable. Okay. So you are mentioning just Ritika. So maybe now name is now Akanksha. So you need to come here. You need to write here Akanksha. Again, you need to write here Akanksha. Everywhere you need to put Akanksha, Akanksha like that. Okay. If you are using name somewhere. Okay. So what you can do better, you can create at one place your variable and you can replace that value. In future, you can put here Akanksha. But for now, just understand your variable is one storage, one box where you can store some data. You can store some value and you don't need to define that type of that data. Okay. So that is your data types. Rules for your naming variables. Okay. If you are creating your variable, the way I created here variable A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. What is the rule for naming convention? Can I create my variable like that? 7 is equal to maybe ABC. Is it correct? No, this is not correct. I cannot give my variable name like that. You can give your variables name like this, ABC, name, city, age, height, all those things you can give. But you cannot start with any number. Okay, you cannot write like that. So how you can create basically your variable? It must start with letter or maybe underscore. Okay, you can follow this rule. Cannot start with the digit, like you cannot start with number. Okay, now case sensitive, of course, if you are writing any variables, okay, name is equal to Ritika, so you need to use this name only. You cannot write here capital NAME or maybe capital, and you cannot use, otherwise you will not get your output. Okay, now we'll try to print this. First, I will run this program. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, name is equal to Ritika, C is equal to 9.8. Okay, all those things I ran, written here. Maybe now I want to run this program. Okay, I'll run this program and my expectation is that I'll get all those values, 1, 2, Ritika, 9.8. Okay, now I ran my program. What output I'm getting? I'm getting nothing. Why? Because I didn't use print. I need to use print, right? Now how I can use print? Till this time, I learned if I want to use print, I need to use this print function. Okay. Inside this bracket, I need to pass whatever value I want to print. So what I want to print? I want whatever value you want to print, you need to wrap under double quotes or single quotes if that is a string. So I want to print basically whatever value we have inside this A variable, right? So I will write here A and I'll try to print. Okay, I ran my program. What output I'm getting? A. I'm getting A. Okay, so again, if you are trying to print something, so if you are trying to print Ritika, hey, hi, I'm learning OOPS concept, hello world, whatever things you are trying to print, directly if you are trying to print any string or any number, you can write in that way. Okay, but if you are trying to print any value which you are storing inside a variable, then you don't need to pass like that. Okay, you can directly put your variable name. So I printed here print A. Okay, print A. and I'll run this program, and what output I'm getting? This time I got my A1, right? Output for this. So if I paste here B, then what output I'll get? I'll run this program and see what output I'm getting. 2. So you can write in that way. Now one job is for you guys, okay? So print I'm writing here. Maybe one doubt you have, ki Ritika, can we write print directly here as well? Like that. If I can write my print like that, ki print name is equal to Ritika. Okay. What output I will get? Just run this. Okay. Run this, and what output or what error, what warning, what output you will get. And just for your knowledge, I'm giving you just one scenario. Ki you can do this thing. Just try to print this thing as well. Okay. For now, guys, when you will do some mistake, you will learn. Okay. When you will try to cover your edge cases, you will be able to understand. Okay. So basically you can print in that way. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. Now you are printing your variable, and in your variable, when you are printing your variable, you don't need to copy, like you don't need to mention ki, like single quotes or double quotes. I hope whatever things we discussed, that is clear. Right? Automation tester, easily you can understand. Okay. Manual tester, are you able to understand or not? Okay, understand. I'm hoping you understand. Guys, see, for example, whatever things I explained, maybe you catch 80% or 70%, 30% or 20%, you can put some effort, okay? And trust me, you can learn in that way. You need to put some effort. Like there is no way you can sit and you can just learn, okay, without doing practice. If you'll not do practice now, whatever things I just explained, you will forget all those things. It will happen. For example, if I try to learn something now, day 1 I'll learn, I'll be motivated. I'll say, no, I will learn something. Day 2, I'll not learn. I'll forget all those things. Most of the things I'll forget if I'll not do practice, and that continuity, if I'll not maintain, definitely I'll forget. Okay. Now next thing. So what we learned basically print, we learned basically variable. So I'm hoping at least you understand 60 to 65%. Okay. Now you need to do some practice. Whatever confusion you have, maybe you are thinking, "Arey Ritika, you didn't tell this thing. You didn't tell that thing. Okay, you didn't mention ki if I'm using this Ritika and some other things like big sentence if I want to use, you didn't mention that thing. How I can do? Just write everything here. Okay, maybe Ritika, you didn't mention if I want to print A is equal to -1, then how I can do that particular thing? What output I will get? So write that -1 here. Okay, you can write everything here. Just run your you can write everything here and run your program. You will get your output. You will get maybe error, or maybe you will get your output. In both cases, you will learn. The moment you will write your incorrect code, you will learn ki no, I think this is not correct. Okay. So in that way, we need to learn. Now you learned also ki how we can run our program using keyboard. Now variables, you know what is variables and what is the rule for naming convention for your variables. Now comments in Python. Again, this is also important. Comments in Python, that is also important. And most of the time as an automation tester, you need to comment your line. Okay. So for example, print B. Okay. I'll print, maybe I can use here C as well. Okay. A, B, C. Okay. And what print we have? Print A. So I can use maybe print A as well. Sorry, print A as well. Okay. And I can try to print name as well. Okay. Name as well. Everything I written. Name as well. So what happened? I written some code. You can assume here. And I want to comment a line. Now, what is the meaning of comment in programming word? Whatever we are learning, guys, today, this is very basic, okay? But this is very important. Without variable, without print, without comment, you cannot start your journey, okay? So if I want to comment my line, how I can comment, okay? Now, what is the meaning of comment? For example, this is my step 1, okay? This is my step 1. And I need to mention that this is my step 1, okay? So I am mentioning step 1. Okay. Now the moment I mention step 1 and I'll run my program, I'll get some error, because here is the issue. Step 1 is the issue. right? Like this is not correct thing. Okay, so is this way ki I can pass like that my step way? Okay, I can pass like that. Okay, so of course you can run your program there, but that is not the way, right? So you can use hash. Okay, it will be disabled. See, hash is step 1. So that means this is your step 2. Now maybe this is your step 2. Okay, is step 2. So you can write like that, step 2. Now maybe this is your step 3. Step 3. Okay, step 3 you mentioned. So if you want to comment something, okay, if you want to comment something, you can use like that. Okay, for example, this is your code and you want to comment this line. Okay, so you can comment like that. For example, this is not in scope, you don't want to execute this line. Okay, so you want to, of course you want to comment that line, so you need to use here hash, you need to use here hash, you need to use here hash, like that. That means you commented all those lines. Okay, now I'll run this program. Okay, I'll comment this thing as well, I'll comment this line as well, I'll comment this line as well. Okay, now I'll run my program. Okay, and what output I'm getting? I'm getting only 9.8 because this is only active code I have, right? This line is enabled, like this line is not commented, so that's the reason I'm getting only this output 9.8. Okay, now maybe one by one commenting lines one by one, that is not the solution. Okay, that is not the solution. I'll do like that. Okay, I'm going one by one and I'm doing all those things. Okay, I'm print b, again I can remove that and do that. Okay, now I want to like comment multiple lines. Okay, maybe from line 1 to line 6 I want to comment. Okay, that is not in use. See, this is not your actual code, guys. This is not your test case. But maybe like you don't want to execute step number 6, and step number 6 maybe you have multiple codes, multiple lines of code. Okay, you don't want to execute, you want to comment that line. How you can comment basically? Okay, you can select that particular line like that. Okay, command and question mark. See, you commented that line, right? Now if again you want to uncomment, you can select that line, command and question mark. You uncommented that line, right? So you can use that thing as well to comment and uncomment. If you want to comment some line, that means if you don't want to use that particular line, you can use go and you can use this hash there. Okay, and you can do your job, like that line will be commented. If you want to comment multiple line, of course you can select that particular line from 1 to 8, from 1 to 11, comment and like command and question mark. And I think in Windows, yes, control and question mark, it will be there. Okay, so command and question mark you need to do like that, and you will be able to comment and uncomment your code. Everything you need to do, guys, by yourself. Okay, again, as I already mentioned, if you'll join our live class, we will give you some bonus. Okay, so I'm just giving you this bonus. Please don't share this link in the group because this is for you, because you joined this class, right? You joined live class, so this is for you. You can take this bonus. Okay, there will be, you will get some Python interview question and few more things. Okay, you can prepare, this will be very useful. Okay, you can save it somewhere and you can do some practice. Again, when you will do practice, you will have so many confusion, but don't take any tension. Every time you will have some confusion. Okay, just start, write in correct or like correct program. Now one more thing we need to learn. If Ritika, for example, I'll remove everything, name is equal to, I'm writing here Ritika. Okay, name is equal to Ritika. I want to check length of this string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I cannot count like that. Okay, for example, it will be like that. Okay, if it will be like that, then what will be the count of this particular string? Okay, I want to count. Then what we need to use? Famous interview question, guys. Okay, this is important interview question. If you want to check length of your string, how you can check? Okay, so guys, if you know answer, you can answer. If you don't know answer, you cannot answer. Okay, if your interviewer is asking if you want to check length of your string, how you can check, your answer will be, we need to use len function. Okay, len function. len function we need to use. Remember this len function, the name of this len word which is len function. You need to use len function, guys, len. Okay, so if you know answer, you can answer. Otherwise, you cannot make any definition, right? You cannot make any definition key if I want to check length of this particular string, then I need to go one by one and I need to count like that. Okay, you should know. In manual testing, if I'll ask what is smoke testing, what is sanity testing, you can tell all those definition. Same thing in automation as well. There is some fixed question, some question that your interviewer will ask. Okay, so definitely you need to learn all those things in that way. Okay, so now name is equal to this. I want to check, someone pinged I think in group as well. Okay, so len, I mentioned here len, I'll give that bracket. What I want to check, I want to check name of this length. Okay, then I'll run this program. Okay, I ran this program and I'm getting no output. Okay, my code is correct, everything is fine, but I'm not getting my output. Why I'm not getting my output? Because I'm not using print. Okay, I'm not using print. I'll run this program again. Now I'm getting my output 36 because I need to use print. Then I'll get my output here, right? On what I'm using len. Len of what? Len of name. Now here I passed some string. You can pass anything, valid, invalid, whatever confusion you have, whatever things like you can think. Okay, can we pass this value? Can we pass that value? You can also pass here. Okay, so that you will get some understanding, you will get some clarity. Okay, okay, we can pass this value, we cannot pass this value. When we are passing this value, we are getting some error. You will get some clarity. It's not like I pass one thing and now you will be expert. No, you need to put some effort, you need to do some practice, right? Now quickly we will see one interview question. After that we'll wrap up this particular class. Okay. Sorry. What is the difference between is equal to and double is equal to in Python? This is famous interview question. If you are going as a beginner, if you are going and you are saying ki you have 4 years and 5 years of experience in automation testing, then definitely you will not get this question. But if you are going and you are saying ki you have 1 or 1.5 year of experience in automation testing, definitely you will get this kind of question. Ki what is the difference between is equal to and double is equal to? So we will see this question. Single is equal to and double is equal to. So is equal to, single is equal to is your assignment operator. Now what is this assignment operator? The way we assigned some value, right? We created some variable and we assigned some value. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, like that. Okay, so same way, that is your assignment operator. You are assigning some value. Double is equal to is your comparison operator. You are comparing that value is that, like that. Okay, so I'll copy this quickly. I'll copy this code and I'll paste it here. X is equal to 5. That means this is one variable. I'm storing some value 5 here. This is my assignment, right? I'm here using 1 is equal to assignment variable. Okay, like here I'm using X is equal to 5. That means I'm assigning some value. Okay, now here what I'm doing, X is equal to 5. That means I'm comparing. Okay, comparison operator. Now I'm comparing ki X is equal to 5, like that. And I'm printing. If I'll not print, I'll not get my output here, right? And I'll get my output in terms of true and false. Ki yes, your X is equal to 5. So you will get output in true. Okay, now I'll run this program and I'm getting answer true. Okay, for example, I'll put here 7. X value is 5, but I'm asking ki X value is 7, but no, X value is 5, right? Not 7. So in this situation, I'll get output false. Okay, so guys, this is all about today's class. Okay, I'll upload class notes and assignment. Just you need to complete your assignment. You need to revise class notes. You need to do some practice. Okay, some edge cases, like whatever topics we covered. It's not like now you don't need to do anything. same for the print, same for the variable, same for the len, same you can comment, you can uncomment line. If you're a beginner, guys, trust me, this thing will be very useful. And this is the first step that you are going to learn programming. And tomorrow's class will be very interesting. We will learn some concept related to our data types, which will be very important for every interview, and some other things related to program flow control we will learn. And if I will not cover this topic, then tomorrow's class you cannot learn. That's the reason I started with this basics. Okay. And after this class, please mention in the group if you enjoyed this class, if you liked this class, please mention. It will be very helpful for me. And yes, if you have any doubt, you can ask. First, I'll stop recording. Okay, just do some edge cases. By the way, I'll upload some practice question as well. Okay, in the same folder, day one folder I will create, and I'll paste everything in the day one folder. Just open your day one folder and you will get all those resources. Okay, open your WhatsApp group description, you will get, just after 15 minutes, you will get everything. Okay, I stopped recording.